I get a lot of emails about new nurses who are looking for jobs, and they're having such a hard time finding jobs because all the job openings say no new graduates please, or no new graduates accepted. And they want to know why. Like, why can't they get hired? So these are the 5 reasons why you're a new nurse and you can't get hired. Number 1, there are so many nursing schools. There are over 200,000 nursing schools that are pumping out baby nurses every year, okay? And sadly, a lot of these nurses, they don't have anywhere to go, okay? So not only are you competing against everybody in your class and everybody around the country, you're competing against the class before that and the class before that who are still looking for jobs, okay? More nursing schools equals more nurses. Second reason, it seems like everybody wants to be a nurse, doesn't it? People think that nursing is just this glamorous, high-paying job where you never have to worry about anything. You just have total job security. I mean, I have friends in high school that, no, let me not say that. I shouldn't say that. Okay. I have people that I know who have been to jail. And they say, Regina, when I get out of jail, I am going to be a nurse. Or Regina, when I get off parole, I'm going to be a nurse. Why do you want to be a nurse? Okay? Because you think it's a quick way to make money. All right? Doctors who don't get into medical school, then they go back and try to be nurses, right? Everybody wants to be a nurse. Third reason, and this is coming from a different perspective. This is coming from the hospital perspective. The reason why hospitals don't want new graduates is because you guys are very expensive. You guys are very expensive to train. You come on with a pretty good salary, but you are not carrying the workload of everybody else. When I was a new nurse, I was on orientation for a long time, and I would only be taking care of 1 patient the whole 12 hours I was there, but I was still getting about the same as the person who had been there for a year, right? So it's very expensive for nurse managers to take on these new nurses who won't be doing the same work as everybody else, but will still be getting paid, still be getting benefits, still be getting vacation. So when they're looking for these people, they want somebody there who's going to be really exceptional, who's going to be there for a long time. Fourth reason, it is very competitive. You guys know that. There are only a few jobs for new nurses. So my best advice is to start early. Now, this is the time when you start looking for jobs, not when you graduate in June or July. Everybody's looking for jobs then. I was on the job board 2 days ago. There was new nurse extern programs, new nurse intern programs, new nurse residency programs right now, okay, that people are taking applications for. And that's how I got my first job. And I actually had to leave my city to do it, but in February, I applied for a nurse residency program for new nurses, and I got it, okay? So start early. It's very competitive. Look now. And 5, nursing is recession-proof. I mean, it really is. When you think about unemployment rates for jobs, less than 2% of those people are nurses, okay? Because there is so many opportunities, so many venues of nursing. But my advice is, if you have your heart set on a particular area, don't give up in that area. But also don't make huge compromises. So a lot of you nurses want to only work with babies, but if there is a job opening in a hospital in medical surgical or cardiology, take it, okay? Take it and then transition into the NICU or transition into mother-baby. That is way more realistic than you taking a job doing home health or physician clinic, okay? And not that I have anything against those venues, but I have a lot of friends who did not get jobs in hospitals and they chose the home health route, and 5 years later they're still doing home health because you are not marketable for hospitals. You would be as a new nurse because the things you do in home health don't translate to what you're expected to do in a hospital setting, okay? So be very careful if you're just getting to the point where you're just really desperate and you have to take a job. Really think about your long-term goals. Nothing wrong with nursing home care, nothing wrong with home health care, but if you are RN, it really encapsulates you into that field, and it's very hard for you to make a jump to hospital care or acute care coming from home health. And not only that, is that you still have to compete with new nurses when you're ready to make that transition, because you are going to be lumped in together. You have no experience, okay? In the eyes of a nurse manager, even if you've been working home health for 3 years, you have no clinical hospital experience, okay? And also, if you've been a nurse for 3 years, you're going to want to get paid a little bit more than a new graduate. And that should be your reasonable right, but it's not going to make you any more attractive, okay? Because now you know what you want, you know what hours you should be working as well. So those are considerations to why new graduates are not getting hired. My best advice, again, start early. The off seasons, just like everything else, February months, January, February, start looking for your positions. Get your recommendations early. Make connections. If you're doing clinicals in a hospital and you like the floor, talk to the nurse manager. Say, hey, are you guys going to be hiring coming up anytime soon? I graduate in 6 months, or what can I do to make myself more attractive, okay? Make connections. Get your references together. Also, don't get pigeonholed into an area that you will have a really hard time getting out of, okay? So that's my advice for new graduates that are looking for jobs right now. Email me if you guys have any other questions. I'm getting a lot of questions about travel nursing, so I'll do a video on that. No new graduate should be considering travel nursing. That is my #1 first advice for that. So I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.